Hey guys, and welcome back to Scotty Knows. Next episode here, finally getting this motor close to being in the car. Plans for today is I'm going to try to get it off this motor stand. I'm going to tighten up the fuel feed line, figure out if I want to ride it this way or the other way. I kind of figured that out. However, I'm going to mount that to my sandwich plate. Going to have to tighten that up, tighten up a couple of loose ends, and then I'm going to see if I can get this thing off, and that way I can get this transmission on. So that's going to be my goal for today. But before I get started, in the last episode I said I had something to share, and I kind of want to show you guys. So let me get out there and I will show you what I'm talking about.
Scotty knows, built the Del Sol from rags to riches. Engine purring, riding low in the city, we ditching ditches. Greased up fingers, wrenching hand tune that flow. Honda Dream, speed fiend, ignition's about to blow. VTec kicking, tires gripping, streets we scorch. Pipes singing, hear that roar like a beast unchained, of course. Scotty's magic, no static, transforming classic rice. From scrapyard to street art, pulled a heist on the spice. On the Del Sol, breathing fire, cruising loud. Built by a master, hands dirty and proud. Pedal to the metal, horizon skyline we chase. Scotty knows the code, fast life we embrace. Manual transmission, gear shift precision. Every driver mission, chase the dream with precision.
Alright guys, so I picked up this 93 Del Sol, completely turbocharged and built. Couldn't wait anymore to get mine running. So a little surprise for myself and for you guys who follow the channel. So to give a little background, I actually bought this from a buddy of mine. He just recently bought a new Civic Type R, so kind of proud of him for that and kind of happy that he gave me the opportunity to purchase this from him. So one thing I am working on with this, this is a D16Z6 with a LS Trans LSD. It does have a sleeve block, Clutch Master Stage 4 clutch in it. Honda S300 with the Bluetooth. Of course, the Precision Turbo is a 6466 with a 900 horsepower rated Precision intercooler. So pretty dope with that. It does have dual, well, it has a tile blow off valve. It does have two wastegates here. It does have the S2 Racing throttle body, Skunk 2, AM fuel rail with a standalone fuel system in it from Aeromotive, as you can see in the back there. It does have a 10-gallon fuel cell, two 2200cc injectors from Clean Injection, as well as dual AM fuel pumps for 450s. They're 450 AM fuel pumps. Does have a full race exhaust manifold. Of course, does have the hood exit here, CP pistons with the Eagle rods, ACL main bearings, and does have SuperTech dual valve springs. Does have currently the stock GSR cams, and I did pick up from him as well the Remy Racing cam gears, which I'm actually going to install. That with a new timing belt. Has the ACL Performance fuel pump, insane axles, traction bar setup for the drag. You can probably see that down there, right along the rail there. And some VMS 15s with Toyo R888s. So pretty dope. This thing, I do have a little bit of work to do it again. I'm going to replace some cam gears on here, the timing belt. I do need to do a valve adjustment. Of course, I'll probably end up painting the valve cover here, kind of clean that up a little bit. It does have the ports coming out the rear into the catch can over there, which of course I gotta replace the filters, probably drain that, as well as check the fuel filter, make sure that's all clean. I do plan on ordering a new radiator. I want to get a performance upgraded radiator with the fan shroud. Looking at Mishimoto for that, and of course probably getting a new overflow tank here, probably going with aluminum style. I think that'll be good. But overall, the car runs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll see if I can get it started up for you guys here so you can check it out, and then we'll hop back on my motor. But overall, this thing is a beast, man. He did say he had it tuned. It is up to 650 horsepower. Does run on E85, so that's the pain in the butt thing around here, is that there's no E85 gas stations within probably a 30-mile radius of me. So when I'm at work, I actually have to fill up two 5-gallon gas cans with the E85 and bring it back to install that. So let me give it a crank for you guys and see what's up. a little bit of E85. They might be running a little bit rich. Get the fuel pumps working. 10-gallon fuel cell, battery relocated to the rear. Got the relay for the fuel pumps. Pretty clean car, man. I do got to replace the O2 sensor. I do believe it's running a little bit rich. It doesn't like to, it stays warm once it warms up. It doesn't like to stay at idle. Again, you know, race car problems, right? But this have the S300 with Bluetooth, which I find pretty dope. Pretty neat. See if I can pull that up for you guys. Where I can monitor all my systems. Mainly paying attention to some of the cooling temperatures. A lot of other things on here, some good features. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Of course, does have some red NRG seats. Racing harness for this one. I know he did take it down to the track and race it one time. I think he said he got it into the 10s. So I said I could probably do 9s. I mean, this thing's a beast. I know when I rode this thing, when I drove it with him, or actually rode with him, he could put this thing, you know, balls to the walls, man. This thing, you know, it's scary to ride in this thing, and I haven't taken it balls to the wall yet. I'm still getting used to it. Of course, it does have the power steering delete. And of course I will replace that with a manual rack, you know, here in the future. I got some work coming up on this, so that'll be in the next video. But yeah, stay tuned. But overall, pretty dope car. It does need a little bit of work. Cosmetically, it's pretty good shape. Not a whole lot of rust, typical rust in the rear quarter panels. Nothing terrible, nothing that can't be fixed. I'm just a little chip back here. Could really care less about that, though I would like to get that fixed just to make sure the rear bumper stays secured. Other than that, man, this thing's in good shape. So I'm excited about it. I have driven it around. Still works. I got tags for it. Everything runs good. But again, there's just minor things. A couple little lines that need to be tightened up. Fix some of the oil leaks that are on here. Some minor things. But it's drivable, and it's a pretty fun fucking car. So now that I showed you the new project car, amongst the rest that I got here to finish, I'm going to hop back on this sucker here and see if I can get this thing off and on that tire, and see about getting some of my transmission stuff together and getting that on. I'd love to be able to get it in here in this video, at least get it mocked up in the engine bay, and that way I can get everything else tightened up.
Manual transmission, gear shift precision. Every driver mission, chase the dream with precision. Skyline kings, Del Sol's riding smooth. Engines hum, a meditative groove. Custom rims, paint so fresh, gleam unceasing. Turbo boost, speed beaming, never ceasing. Scotty's craft, a spell mechanical witch, weaving speed and style right in the pitch. Neon underglow, city nights flashing bright, quarter-mile battles, victory in sight. Built not bought, horsepower in our soul. On these streets, Scotty's legacy rolls. vtec kicking, tires gripping, streets we scorch, pipes singing, hear that roar like a beast unchained, of course. Scotty's magic, no static, transforming classic rice. From scrap yard to street art, pulled a heist on the spice. On the Del Sol, breathing fire, cruising loud. Built by a master, hands dirty and proud. Pedal to the metal, horizon skyline we chase. Scotty, no transmission, gear shift precision. Every driver mission, chase the dream with precision. Skyline kings, Del Sol's riding smooth. Engines hum, a meditative groove. Manual transmission.
Alright, so I got the motor down on the tire here, kinda. Enough room I should be able to slide the transmission up after I install the clutch and flywheel. So I'm going to work on the pressure plate and get that on. First I gotta install the pilot bearing, which I'm going to use a little rubber mallet, kind of tap that in there, clean off all the grease and tap that in there, and should be ready to kind of put it on. I found my bolts. I believe it's 87 foot-pounds of torque. I'll double check to torque those in. Of course, when you do, make sure you're going a cross pattern, you know, something along those lines, like putting on a wheel, you know, your lugs. So yeah, let me get that bearing put in and we should be good to go.
In my Del Sol, sun rays never old. Top off, wind blowing, story never told. Cruising down the avenue, streets like a maze. Jungle of concrete haze, blazing my praise. Kick scuff, CD skip, space bump, yeah, hits. Only mixtape, beats fresh on legit. Del Sol gliding, slide through the day. More than a ride, my escape my way. Honda Del Sol, gleaming in the light. Paint so bright, shining through the night. Honda Del Sol, roof fades away. Freedom in the wind, nowhere else I'd stray. Seats torn, but we roll, laugh till we cry. Windows down, feel alive, no need for sky. Cityscape, the backdrop, wheels hum a tune. Echoes of the past dance under the moon. Joyriding real fine in this whip of mine. Memories on replay, saying I'm on cloud nine. Simple machine, but the feeling profound.
Alright, so I got everything torqued down. I torqued the first two without, you know, filming it. That was my fault. Got everything cleaned up. Now I'm about to actually install the clutch here. So one thing to keep in mind is that, you know, two sides, you want the protruding side to face outward towards the transmission. And I'm going to use the clutch alignment tool, which I got, that came with the Competition Cluch, to put that in and then get everything moving.
Simple machine, but the feeling profound. Lost in emotion, never wanting to be found. Forward riding real fine in this whip of mine. Memories on replay, saying I'm on cloud nine. Simple machine, but the feeling profound. Lost in emotion, never wanting to be found. Foot on the pedal, engine purring like a cat. Street lights flicker, music drowning the chat. More than metal and wheels, it's my trusty steed. Adventures await, fulfilling every need. With the will in every need.
Alright, so everything is in, everything is looking good, bolted down, torqued down. If I'm not mistaken, the pressure plate here, those bolts are 19 foot-pounds. So I got those torqued in pretty good. I'll double check, but it should be 19 pounds and should be good to go. So now I get to do the transmission stuff and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so next day here, working on the transmission, getting that ready to mount. Just a reference, it is a vtec transmission. I have one on the Civic here as well. Seems to work pretty well, but I got it with the carbon fiber synchros as well as a limited slip. So hopefully everything should go pretty well. But I got my shift fork cleaned up. I got a new throw out bearing. I'm gonna get those greased up, get those installed, and see if I can get it on the motor.
Gleaming in the light, it's so bright, shining through the night. Honda Del Sol, roof fades away. Freedom in the wind, nowhere else I'd stray. Roof fades away, nowhere else I'd stray. Honda Del Sol, gleaming in the light. Paint so bright, shining through the night. Honda Del Sol, roof fades away. Freedom in the wind, nowhere else I'd stray.
Alright, so it's actually the next day here, and just kind of wanted to show I do have the motor in. Everything minus the rear T-bracket. I'll go ahead and get that in. Was kind of playing around with some of the hoses. My camera actually died when I was trying to drop the motor in, but obviously you can see I have it sitting in here. We'll have to take out some radiator here so I can mount my downpipe. Everything should be good to go. So I'm really happy. We're getting somewhere finally. I got the motor in the car, no longer on the stand, which is good. So yeah, we're definitely getting somewhere, but I got to get some more parts. So I got to order some axles, some engine management. I'll probably go with the Honda. Make sure the shifter and everything is linked up. I got everything ready to rock and roll with it. So yeah, I'm probably going to get the T-bracket on here. That way I can go ahead and get the jack out from underneath of it. Should be fine with the other two mounts, just me being a little safe on the cautious side. But yeah, man, it's done. So I'm pretty happy. So stay tuned for the next video. Good thing is I will be working on the other Del Sol here soon too. I do have a new radiator for that, a new valve cover, gasket, some cam gears I want to install, and should be good. But other than that, this thing is looking pretty good. But I want to thank you guys for watching, sticking with me through this entire build. I know it's a long process. We're finally getting somewhere. I finally got the motor in the car, so it's a step in the right direction. I got some more room now in my garage. I can work on other things, but I will be ordering some axles, some other things to get this thing finished up and get this thing started. I can get ready to get the dash in and moving along. So hook up my fuel filter, my fuel system, get everything lined up and ready to go. So I think we're doing something. But again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for continuing again through the build. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for the next episode. We got plenty of work coming. We're going to be working on the other Del Sol as well, so I got something I can drive around. Everything's looking really good. So bear with me, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Seats torn, but we roll, laugh till we cry. Windows down, feel alive, no need for sky. Cityscape, the backdrop, wheels hum a tune.